afternoon. You've reached the Business and Musicians Forum. Today we're going to be talking to you about some successful strategies to play by ear. And go to www.helpingadvice.blogspot.com for more information. So no matter what instrument you play, whether you play piano, bass, guitar, organ, brass, or any other different instrument, you can learn how to play piano by ear. Learning to play piano by ear is not hard. However, it will take the following to accomplish this goal. It will take practice, planning, drive, understanding, a pumped attitude, and a purpose. Now, here are some successful strategies on learning how to play by ear. The first one is you need to know the basics. And in order to succeed, that's what it starts with. You need to know your notes. You need to know your scales. You need to know your fingerings, if necessary. And also the number system. Now, keep in mind there are 12. There are 12 scales on any instrument. Piano, guitar, bass, organ. There's 12 scales. And you need to know all 12. Now, the fingerings are going to be different for every single scale. But a good way to fix your fingerings, if you're having problems with that, is to take a look at Hanon exercises. And another thing is that the number system, it's your best friend. Now, instead of referring to letters, the scales as letters, or the notes as letters, we use numbers. It's just a lot easier, and it helps you to determine where to go in terms of chords and progression-wise. Now, the second thing is your chord vocabulary. Your chords must be in order. This is the element of your playing and the foundation. It starts off with your triads. So your basic triads are your 1, 3, and 5 triad. Now you have to distinguish between what's major and what's minor. Major is basically a 1, 3, 5, and the minor is the 1, the flatted 3, and the 5. Now, there are going to be different voicings for different chords, but once you get the foundations down pat for the triads, your voicings are going to be different, and they're going to help you determine what's your style. And again, inversions, they're exactly the same thing. They're like triads, but they're just inverted. They're basically the same thing, but they're just inverted. And again, this will help you determine what your style is. Now, you need to understand patterns. Everything in music is based off of patterns. This is where you'll learn how to interpret chords and find out what fits in either a chord progression or a song. So we look at the circle of force. So, for example, in the key of C, the circle of force is C to F. F is the fourth of the key of C. And then the fourth of the key of F is B flat. And then you continue forward. That's the circle of force. It also works for the circle of fifths as well. So C to G. G is the fifth in the key of the C. And the fifth of the key of G is D. And so on and so forth. And in terms of progressions, this is also another pattern. So generally a good pattern in every song is always the 1, the 4, and the 5. That is the 1, 4, 5 pattern. And you also have another one of the good common ones is the 2, the 2-5-1 pattern. Now that is one of the most common ones that are out there. Excuse my writing. It's 2-5-1 pattern. Now, fourth, you need to understand song structure. When accompanying a singer, this is where the foundation will become most important. So it starts off when the singer is singing, you need to find the key of what she's singing in. Secondly, you need to find the melody. And then thirdly, find the bass pattern. And finally, ear training. Recognizing the sounds around you will help you to advance in learning how to play by ear. So you need to find out what are the intervals of what the person is singing, and this is just little mini tips of how to improve your ear. Next, finding the key. So if somebody's singing, you have to be able to find the key. And next, you have to predict the pattern of what she's singing. So is she playing a 4 chord or is she playing a 1 chord? You should be able to recognize with your ear what the person is playing. And also chord voicings and changes. Again, you can voice the chord many different ways, but the foundation will always remain the same with the bass. So if you want to learn how to play more by ear and gain access to chord progressions, chord substitutions, and many more different areas of what we've talked about, go to helpingadvice.blogspot.com. Well, that's www.helpingadvice.blogspot.com, and subscribe to our newsletter. It will definitely help you out with your playing. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Go to our website and press the Contact Us button and send us an email with your questions or suggestions, and we'll definitely be able to help you out with that. So again, this is Biz Moderator for the Business and Musicians Forum at helpingadvice.blogspot.com.